Someone who knows a lot about the life-saving work being done at this incredible hospital is St. Jude ambassador and former patient, Joel Alsup. Welcome, Joel. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I understand you are a St. Jude ambassador now, and at one time a patient. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience at St. Jude?
Absolutely. So when I was 7 years old, this is back in 1987, I was a right-handed child, and all of a sudden, right around Christmas time, started experiencing pain in my right arm. And went to the doctor, and we discovered there was a tumor growing in my right arm that actually had grown large enough it had broken a bone in the arm, which is why I'd stopped using it. Luckily, our doctor had done his fellowship at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. He told us this is where we needed to go, and told us it was probably going to be an osteosarcoma, which is a common form of pediatric bone cancer, but St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee has a great protocol. And
Absolutely.
So we were nervous hearing the words cancer, but we were confident in our doctor. The one other fear we had, though, was how would we afford this treatment in a hospital that was 350 miles away from home, and for a year worth of treatment. And we got to St. Jude, and we found out all that was taken care of, that we weren't going to receive a bill for any of my treatment, any of our lodging, any of our transportation, even any of our meals. And
That's
so
incredible.
It was incredible. So I underwent about a year worth of treatment, and about 4 months into the treatment, my right arm had to be amputated just to ensure the cancer would stay away. But it was okay. St. Jude did a wonderful job helping me rehabilitate and learn how to use my left hand. I always joke that I think secretly I was meant to be a lefty. I wasn't very good at anything.
I'm a lefty.
Yeah, there we go, yeah. Didn't do anything well with my right hand, so it was okay. So by the time I finished my treatment in November of 1988, I went right back into third grade because St. Jude had provided a school teacher for me to keep up with my school. Hopped right back into playing sports I'd never attempted. I played baseball for several seasons as a first baseman and center fielder. And so I've just got a wonderful active life now, and have been blessed to come back and work for the hospital.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So you spent time as a patient, you go back and become an ambassador, and you actually wound up meeting your wife at St. Jude.
I did. So I met my wife, and I have been married now for a little over 3 weeks. I actually met her 25 years ago, so I played the long game with her. It took 22 and a half years for me to tell her I liked her, but luckily she held out and was good with me telling me that I liked her. And I see we're seeing some
beautiful pictures here from the wedding.
Yeah, and I was joking. I'm glad to see those because it went by like a blur. So it's exciting to be married to the love of my life, who was saved by St. Jude Children's Research Hospital as well.
And a fun fact is you guys actually got married at the pavilion on St. Jude property.
Yeah, we did. So yeah, it kind of showcases the history of our organization and our founder, Danny Thomas. So it was a spot we knew whenever we got engaged. There was really no discussion about where we wanted to be married.
So can you tell us about the importance of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is actually September this month?
Yes. So Childhood Cancer Awareness Month is a big deal for all of us at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, because when we opened the doors in 1962, overall childhood cancer survival rates were only 20%. Today it's 80%. And of course, we're not going to stop until no child dies from cancer. But what that means, it still means 1 in 5 children who are diagnosed with childhood cancer aren't going to make it. And that's why it's important we get the word out about childhood cancer, about the work that St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is doing, so we can reach the day when no child dies of cancer.
Right. And I actually read something incredible about you online, that you were actually still in touch with the nurse who treated you when you were a patient. Is that right?
Absolutely. My main nurse still works at the hospital 30 years later. As a matter of fact, I go back for a visit for a clinic called St. Jude Life, and I still get to see her and interact with her.
So how often do you think you actually get to interact with her?
Oh gosh, I see her on campus, probably once a week for lunch or so. We'll see her around. So it's nice. And also too, the person who officiated our wedding was my chaplain at St. Jude, and he still works there as well. So it's a beautiful family you get to be a part of.
Absolutely. So PCH has donated $900,000 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Why are partners like PCH so important to the hospital?
Partners like PCH are vitally important to the hospital because it means all families get to be like mine when they walk through the doors. That financial burden, the worry about how you get there, where you're going to live, what you're going to eat, it's taken away so the parents can focus solely on their children and helping them get better. And that's something that you can't put a price tag on, but the support we receive from PCH and your guys' fans means the world to these families.
Right. And the fact that they never charge you for transportation or treatment, these partners are very important.
Absolutely. I mean, this is, again, a peace of mind, and you can't put a price tag on peace of mind.
One thing I want to ask you about, another thing, is that when somebody goes through all their treatments and they're finally cancer-free, the hospital has something called a No More Chemo party.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the No More Chemo party is a beautiful day at the hospital. It really, you're literally there for the end of treatment. You're receiving your last chemotherapy. So your care team, your doctors, your nurses, your family who's in town gets to gather around and you sing a little song. It's based on the Oscar Mayer song, and you sing it. And actually, my nurse, I found out earlier this year, my main nurse, who we just talked about, actually wrote the song.
Wow.
She changed the lyrics to it. I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing it live for everybody.
I won't ask you to do that.
I've got a terrible voice, but it's beautiful. So you sing the song about coming off chemo, and then they throw confetti, and there's noisemakers. So it's just this beautiful, wonderful day. But it sounds funny to say, it's also a very bittersweet moment in your experience, because these are the people from my treatment. I was with them for a year. For my wife, she was there for 2.5 years. So this becomes your family, but
Right.
you know they're always, as you've seen, going to be part of your life.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great story. What is the #1 thing you want everybody to know about the groundbreaking work that St. Jude does?
You know, the #1 thing is, I want everyone to know, is you're part of that groundbreaking work. We are all in this together. St. Jude is a big, beautiful family. I'm a guy with a degree in communications, and I get to work with doctors and nurses who are curing these cancers, with researchers who are finding the new cures, and we get to be one big family together. So know that not only is your support providing the care that goes on inside of the hospital, it's providing a life for these kids once they're done at the hospital. It's not just kids from Tennessee, it's kids from all 50 states and from around the world. I mean, 3 weeks ago, I got to get married to the love of my life, and both of us were married there. It wouldn't be possible without the support of people who are watching programs like this and with PCH.
Absolutely. Joe, you have such an inspiring story, and you're living proof that there is hope.
Thank you so much.
Such a great time talking with you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
As we go to break here, we're actually going to hear from Joel's wife, Lindsay, who's going to tell us a little bit about what St. Jude has meant to her. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital has given me so much. As a child who was a patient here, I experienced the miracles of St. Jude personally. And like PCH, I believe in giving back. And together, with the supportive partners like PCH and the Give Back campaign, we can give these children everything they are so deserving of too.
It's happening October 26th. Publishers Clearinghouse awards the $2,500 a week Forever Prize. Win $2,500 a week for your life. Then after that, someone you choose gets $2,500 a week for their life. Enter at PCH.com before it's too late. And October 26th, win forever.